Hi guys, welcome back to Defi Daily. Today we are going to talk about the different solution that we have in order to go cross-chain, but for real cross-chain. Because right now all we have is most of the time just a multi-chain experience. So it means that if you want to use Ethereum and after that Avalanche or Near, you need bridges. You need to bring your funds from one chain and moving them to another. And the moment when we are needing the funds back into the previous blockchain, you have to go back from the same process. And obviously it takes a lot of time, it takes fees and so on. What we would like, all of us, what I really would love to see is a real cross-chain experience. So having just a single interface that is offering us the opportunity to use all the different protocols and blockchains that we would like to use. I will share with you today some projects that is going into this direction. Are something like 5 of them. Just for disclosure, I don't own any one of them except from Thor that I have a really small allocation. All the others, some of them is having their own tokens, some of them is not, but maybe they will have it into the future. I think that this topic is pretty interesting because as you will see, the market is moving pretty fast in this direction. I will show you everything that you need to know about this topic. Just before to start, guys, let me say that if you're new to the channel, remember to subscribe, remember to leave a big thumbs up and drop a comment if you enjoy this content, and obviously always remember that what we do today and what we do every day into this channel is just educational content and nothing has to be intended as financial advice. Okay, guys, so let's start immediately. I decided to start with Thor Chain because it's probably the most famous project that is trying to solve the multi-chain problem. Compared to other projects that we will see in a moment, Thor Chain is not trying to solve the cross-chain problem through a direct messaging protocol. It means having a tool that is able to exchange messages directly from one chain to another in order to complete transactions. Thor Chain is much more focused on developing something that through different pools is enabling you to reach the same goal, but it is reaching it through another system. It is the most famous one. It has been through several problems. It is a promising project, but it is still too early to understand if this one will be the best one. In my opinion, as I will show you also in a moment, into the first phase of the cross-chain experience development, we will see different players that will have a success. But it will take some time to understand which technology is for real the most reliable and which one will succeed. Because in this case, we are having Thor Chain that, for example, through Thor Swap is enabling you to swap tokens, having different pools that inside of each pool, they are having Thor, that is the token of Thor Chain. And in the moment when you want to swap a token that, for example, is going from Avalanche to Ethereum, what is doing Thor Chain is bringing the tokens from the two different pools that are on the different blockchains and is bridging the funds, not real bridge, but because the token is already into the other blockchain and is completing the swap for you. Another solution that is quite famous is layerzero. Layerzero has been one of the most hyped solution into the beginning of this year, and as you can see also from Twitter, their account is having a lot of traction with around 100,000 of followers. And as you will see in a moment, this is the biggest one in the moment when we are talking about direct messaging. So a solution that is exchanging messages through different blockchains. If here we have seen pools, here they are exchanging just messages. And the main difference is that through messages you can exchange any kind of information, included assets. It's like having an SDK and infrastructure that you can use in order to develop different kind of application. The most famous application on layerzero is Stargate. Stargate is a cross-chain protocol that is enabling you to swap different stablecoins and also to farm different stablecoins. And if you're wondering, layerzero is not having yet any kind of token. Maybe it will come into the future, maybe not, we still don't know. But if you want to know more, you can follow their Twitter account or their Discord channel. Going on, another project that is Router Protocol that personally I didn't know about it. I just discovered it in the last couple of days, and it is following a goal that is quite close. So the major infrastructure is similar to what we have seen on layerzero. They have just launched their own SDK in order to enable different developers to use Router Protocol in order to develop different kind of applications that are cross-chain application. One point that is in common with all the projects that we have seen and we are seeing even right now is that all of them are backed by many investors. As you can see here, backed by the best. There is Coinbase, there is Alameda Research, and many others. And this is something that I decided to show you, not because I want to share with you which are the VCs that are behind. This is something that could be interesting, but it's not a point. The reason why I think that it's quite interesting to look which are the investors that are behind this project is because, as you can see, big players are moving into this topic. And the reason is because having a cross-chain experience could be literally a breakthrough for all the DeFi ecosystem, because one of the main showstopper for many people that are joining DeFi is that it's too complicated. It is needing too many steps to complete a single transaction. And the more easy we are able to transform this experience and making it straightforward, it is much better. And that's the reason why so many investors are working and trying to support these different kind of projects. Remember, guys, we are in front of a situation that is an early stage situation. So don't just AP into a project because you are saying, okay, it's doing something that could be trending and this project is having just a small market cap, is backed by many investors and so on. Because that's not a point. As you can see, for example, from their price action, I'm looking for the root token, that is the token of this protocol, or Router Protocol. As you can see, right now is growing, but the total market cap is still really small. We are talking about a fully diluted market cap that is just around 60, 70 million. And as you can see, it is quite common to see into these small tokens, this pump and dump. As you can see, we have it, the first one in May, after that another in November, and now we are trying to understand what will happen into the next future. Remember, the king is still Bitcoin. As long as Bitcoin is not bottoming up for real, so we are not having at least a long phase that is going sideways, all the small tokens, it is possible that they will suffer much more compared to, for example, Bitcoin. So that's true that this token is having quite a small market cap, but on the other side, don't repeat. Try to understand what are the reasons, try to build your own portfolio. For example, personally, what is my strategy? What I would like to do and what I will do into the next couple of weeks and months is starting the different protocols that I'm showing you right now. And if you're knowing any other of them, feel free to share it into the comment section below, because I would really love to hear more about this topic, because that's something that I believe that into the next bull run could be a big trend. And what I'm doing right now is just trying to accumulate different information in order to, into the next future, to build my exposure to this kind of cross-chain protocol. So just to give you an idea, a possible goal for me could be having like 2 to 5 to 4%. I still don't know. I'm still wondering and still deciding how I will face, how I will manage this situation that is exposed to this kind of sector, this kind of industry. So I'm talking about all the cross-chain protocol that could be Thor Chain, layerzero, Root, Composable Finance that we'll see, and all the other protocols. Or maybe it could be at the end of the story another protocol, other protocols, because this market is changing so fast. And what I would like to do right now is just accumulating knowledge in order to better understand and take the best decision into the next future in the moment when I will see that Bitcoin is bottoming. And in that moment, I will start and I will decide in which of the many protocols and the many projects that are going into this direction I would like to invest. Just to give you a comparison, as you can see here, Router Protocol is having 26,000 of followers on Twitter. That is just like a fourth of what we have seen with layerzero. Another protocol that is going into this direction is Composable Finance. That is moving slightly different because, as you can see down here, they are also working a lot with Kusama and all the Polkadot ecosystem. They have been also launching the Picasso network, that is a parachain on Kusama in this case. And here you can find the structure of what is the goal of Composable Finance. Composable Finance would like to be a full ecosystem that is able to integrate. Here you can find on top all the Ethereum virtual machine blockchain. For example, we are having Polygon, Arbitrum, Optimism, Near, Ethereum, Avalanche, and so on. Down here we are having the IBC, like it was Terra, Osmosis, Secret Network, and so on. And on the other side, we are having all the Polkadot ecosystem. And that's another project is backed by many different kind of investors. Down here you can find all the partners that are working with them. The amount of followers that is having by this protocol is quite close to what we are seeing with Router protocol. Also in this case, exactly as we have seen with layerzero, Composable Finance is not having yet a token. Maybe it could be an opportunity in the moment when it will come out. Another project that is going into this direction, even if it is doing it in a slightly different way. I'm talking about Qredo. Compared to the projects that we have seen previously, in this case we are talking about something that is much more institution oriented, and on the other side it is having as a core the wallet, the Qredo wallet. The technology that is behind Qredo is not so different from what we have seen, because also in this case we are having an infrastructure that is enabling different transactions between different blockchains through messaging. So exactly as we have seen on layerzero. But the whole infrastructure, so the whole architecture of this project is slightly different, and it is based on the wallet, the Qredo wallet. I will not go into too much details about this project. I will leave all the details, all the links that you can find useful into the description below, so you can check it by yourself. What I want to just highlight is that I like to see a more effort into the direction of institutions, because remember, institutions are driving the market, because the more big players we having into this market, also the more liquidity there will be, and also higher price we can encounter. On the other side, they want to offer an experience that, starting from their wallet, you can use any kind of blockchain, so offering a real cross-chain experience. This project is having their own token. As you can see, the market cap, the fully diluted market cap, is not so small, because we are already talking about 1 billion. But if you check the chart, you will see that we had a big pump into November, where the price were like 20 times higher than when we are right now. As you can see, right now we are in a phase that the price is going sideways, even if the price of Bitcoin is going down. I don't know if the reason is because some big player, some institution is buying in order to sustain the price and creating a bottom. I don't know it, and maybe it will take some time to understand if this is for real a bottom, or if it is just a phase. After that, we will have another pump or another dump, or any kind of movement that will be affected also by the price of Bitcoin. The traction of this project is much higher than what we have seen into the last two projects. I'm talking about Router and Composable Finance, but on the other side is still much lower than the traction that has been able to generate layerzero. The last project I want to show you today is called deBridge. Differently from what we have seen with the previous project, in this case, we're talking about an app that is already working. As you can see, for example, if you click on launch the swap, you will go into this interface where you can directly exchange tokens from one chain to another. Not to mention that there is another thing that is quite interesting. The goal of this protocol is not only giving you the ability to swap tokens from one chain to another, but going from one asset to another asset that is already invested into a specific protocol. Let's say that you are having your funds into Ethereum and you want to go to Avalanche using, for example, a protocol like Aave or any other one. You will be able to do it directly from a single interface. And this is something that is quite important because the more we are able to cut out all the different steps and not useful interactions, the more easy it is becoming to use DeFi and more user will come into this space. So I really like this concept. Obviously, as I was saying to you before, we are just an early stage. So I really like the idea. It's really powerful, but we need to see how this will evolve and how they will be able to implement it and transform it in something that could for real make the difference into the DeFi space. Also, in this case, we are talking about a project that is not having any kind of token. So maybe it will come into the next future. At the same time, if we try to compare the traction that they have been able to reach on Twitter, as you can see, the amount of followers that they have is slightly lower than all the different projects that we have seen today. Guys, that's all for today. Let me know if you know any other project is going into a cross-chain direction, so for real, cross-chain and not just multi-chain. Let me know if you have missed something. Let me know what do you think about these different projects and how do you think that the cross-chain trend will become for real a trend and will push the price of all the tokens higher. Let me know what do you think, what is your forecast, and I will be more than welcome to listen from your opinion. Guys, remember, if you enjoy this content, leave a big thumbs up and drop a comment, and I will see you tomorrow with another video. Bye, guys.